Blank album covers are boring, forgettable, and make me not ever want to buy a physical version of it, ever. As much as I enjoy Childish Gambino's 2020 release, when I buy a record, I want something I both enjoy and, something that I think looks cool on a shelf, because that's where it'll be when it's not being used. I mean, I probably wouldn't have listened to In the Airplane Over the Sea if it wasn't for me being intrigued by the cover art for it. In fact, I only listened to it because of the cover art. Something about those nautical illustration type things are awesome to me. Album covers are in the same boat as movie posters, book covers, even YouTube thumbnails. If it looks interesting, you might want to see more about it. Sure, there's that age-old saying of don't judge a book by its cover, but there's a reason it's a saying, because people, by default, will judge books by their covers. So when a band goes above and beyond for some awesome album covers, it makes me want to listen to the music. Some of my favorite albums ever also happen to have cover art that I find extremely intriguing. And hell, even some art even benefits the album as a whole, as it increases the immersion and feel of the album. Take Radiohead's Kid A, for example. That album was one of my favorites, and the cold, distant mountainscape with a robotic and glitchy-looking foreground lends to the sound of the album, and gives the album an intense atmosphere. Even Grizzly Bear's Yellow House. The cover is literally the inside of lead singer's parents' home, which is indeed yellow. The color gives a warm, almost cozy feeling to it, and if you haven't listened to Yellow House, please do. It's like you're getting a big psychedelic folk rock hug. It's a great album. Even when it comes to the strokes, the New Abnormals color scheme is very similar to the Is This It cover, but with drawings, and it's more wild. And whether that was intentional or not, it makes sense, as the New Abnormal is grounded in their roots, but with more experimental and fresh take on the sound of the band. But what if album covers don't necessarily have to mean anything at all? Look at these goofy-ass dudes. They're just standing there. But it's captivating because it's probably one of the most recognizable album covers of our generation, whether you like it or not. Some album covers even transcend the music that's on the album. Take Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon or Wish You Were Here. I've seen those album covers all over the place, and sure, I've listened to them, but there's definitely people out there who have gotten shirts or posters or something with those covers and have zero clue what it's from. Or do, but maybe still never even listened to it. Shit, even the Queen 2 album cover is parodied and seen all over the place, but I mean, that might not count because everybody knows Queen, right? Also, on the topic of Queen, the News of the World cover is awesome. That thing rules. I don't know what it is, but I am drawn to it like a stinky little nerdy fly man. And Talking Heads Remain in Light is another good example. Sure, they look like they're all wearing baloney face masks with holes that they chewed in them, but the cover is very attractive to my eye. But for real, there are so many album covers that matter a whole lot. What are your favorites? What category do they fit into? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to hit the sub if you liked this. This has been Stemp. See ya.